Right, so hello everyone and welcome to Tech with Luther. Today we're going to talk about how to install dependencies for your Python projects. Alright, so before we get started, I think it's important for us to understand what we really mean by dependencies. So dependencies are pieces of external code written by individuals or communities that your Python project relies on to work. So this usually come in the form of modules, packages, libraries, or frameworks. So let's go to them one by one. So what is a module? A module is simply a single Python file with a .py extension. It contains functions, classes, or variables grouped to perform a small specific task. So what are the examples of this? So we have the Python built-in module like the random module, HTML module, and date and time module, but I will tell you there are also some modules that are not part of the Python built-in ecosystem. So for instance, if you want to generate random numbers, you can make use of the random modules, which is a Python built-in module. Okay, so let's move on to the package. So what is a package? A package is a collection of modules organized in directories, usually containing the init file. Now, packages allows you to perform several related tasks. So what are the examples of this? We have the NumPy, we have pandas. So if you want to do some data cleaning task or data wrangling, the pandas can help you with that. So like if you want to remove columns, create calculated fields, replacing null values. So there's a bunch of packages out there that can help you. All right, moving forward, let's go to library. So a library is a collection of packages designed to perform more complex interrelated tasks. So example of this is the beautiful soup. We have also the matplotlib, we have PyTorch. And in practice, I would say the distinction between a library and a package is subtle. So and so people often use the terms interchangeably for the very reason that a package can actually contain another package inside it. So I think that's the reason why. All right, so let's go to framework. A framework is a collection of packages and modules that provides a predefined structure for building applications. So it comes with its own architecture, right? And so if you want to build an application, you need to follow this structure. So what are the examples of this? We have Django if you want to develop a full stack web application. We have also Fast API if you want to develop a REST API. And also if you are more of a data scientist or data analyst type of person, then you probably will make use of Streamlit or other data visualization packages. All right, in this video, I will refer to the things that we're gonna install as packages, right? All right, so before we do the installation of dependencies, it's the best practice to set up a virtual environment. So if you're new to virtual environment, check out my previous video where I walk through how to set one up. And so I think in addition to that, there's actually no strict rule for naming your virtual environment. But when you include your virtual environment as part of your project folder, like the source code itself, the community at some point, in my understanding, they're using now a common name, which is the .venv. And so for the rest of this video, we'll make use of the .venv as our virtual environment name. And so with that, let's go ahead and create and activate one. All right, so in my computer, I've already set up or opened up my PowerShell. And let's just create a new project folder. And let's go to that project folder. And here, let's just create a virtual environment, right? So it will be Py. We'll make use of the venv module. And then the name of the virtual environment will be .venv. So at the moment, our computer is creating now a directory for our virtual environment. All right, so supposedly there should be a .vnv directory right here. So this holds our virtual environment. Okay, so let's now activate it. That will be .vnv scripts, scripts, and then activate. All right. Okay, so we have already activated our virtual environment, and I think we can now start installing dependencies using pip. So what is pip? Pip is a Python's package manager, right? It lets you install, upgrade, and uninstall packages from the Python package index, or the PyPI. So the PyPI is the default repository for the Python community. You'll see more or less most of the packages that you'll need for your project in the PyPI. All right, so let's install the package. So to install the package, we will make use of the pip install and then the name of the package. So let's say we wanted to install the Django. All right, so this command downloads the package from the PyPI and installs it into your virtual environment. And pip also automatically installs any dependencies that your package needs. I would say if you're using framework, more or less, it also have many dependencies. So pip will take care of that. All right. Okay, now if you wanted to, since we have already installed Django and we did not specify the version, but if you want to specify the version, let's say, because by default pip will pull the latest version, but if you wanted to use an older version of it, you can specify it as well. So we will make use of the pip install. So let's say we wanted to make use of the Django 4.2, so we need to make use of the double equal sign right here. Okay. So what's happening right now is that our virtual environment knows that we have installed the Django 5.2, but now since we wanted to install Django version 4.2, the virtual environment now removes the previous installation and install it with an older version. All right. Now, if you want to get more information about your package, like what are the dependencies that your package actually depends on, then you can make use of the pip show and then package name. So let's do that here. So here, when I type down pip show Django, it gives me more information, like, okay, the package name, version. And I think the most important thing here is the required section here. So Django depends on the ASGI ref and also the SQL parse and TC data packages too. All right. Now, let's go with the listing of all the dependencies that we just installed right now. So in order for us to do that, we can make use of the pip list, right? So as you can see here, we've actually installed Django, but as part of the installation, since Django requires ASGI ref, it also installed it and other dependencies. Okay, so now if you wanted to upgrade your package, you can make use of the pip install upgrade and the name of the package. Since we have installed the Django 4.2 and it has a newer version, which is Django 5.2, the pip now will uninstall the 4.2 and replace it with the 5.2. All right. Anyway, so let's go with the uninstallation of the package. How do we do that? Similar to pip install, we will just type down pip uninstall and then the name of the package. All right. So at this point, pip will ask for confirmation before uninstalling, and we will just say yes. All right, a very important note. This process only removes the package itself, right? The Django itself. and not the Django's dependencies. Again, this only removes the package itself and not its dependencies. So you'll need to manually uninstall any unused dependencies afterward because pip doesn't do it automatically. Right, so just to demonstrate it, we're gonna do the pip list here. So Django has been removed, but you can tell that, you know, ASGIREF is still there, TCD is still there, SQL parse is still there because you didn't install it. You uninstalled Django, but not its dependencies. But I know that there are some package manager that take care of this. There's also some packages that do this automatically. But for this specific video, we'll just make use of pip plainly. And again, just take note that pip will not uninstall the dependencies or your dependency automatically. So you just take note of that. All right, I think that's it for this video. I hope you learned something new today about dependencies and virtual environments. And if you found this helpful, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. And drop a comment below if there's a topic you'd like to see covered. With that, let's keep building this learning community together and see you in the next video.